Welcome back to today's video. I have a lot to talk about today. It is going to be a very intense video. In this video, I want to go exactly what to expect for tomorrow. So the levels that I'm watching for SPY and when I will be buying calls, same with QQQ, and why I got oil puts, so CVX puts, and overall going over a little bit over market rotation and why I am extremely bearish on oil. Overall, this is going to be a very nice video, and make sure to watch the full video. So overall, first thing keep in mind, tomorrow is Wednesday and we have FOMC meeting minutes. So this is around 2 hours before close, 1 hour before close. So, expect a huge movement before close for power hours. So around 2 hours before close, there should be a huge movement to the either side. Now let's take a look at the SPY first, okay? Because taking a look at the SPY, obviously today was a bearish day, but we're kind of starting to form a very nice flag on the SPY. One thing to keep in mind is that we definitely do have a lot more room to drop on in the S&P 500. I personally will be alerting and getting calls right at 446.61. So this is our level. We talked about this on the weekly watch list video. Now this is a great level, and I really love the risk to reward over here, where I would really like to buy calls right over here if we drop more. Other than that, overall, we're setting up for a very nice flag. We have two major resistances over here. If we break 456.24, my next price target is 460. So one thing to really keep in mind is that the market respects these levels. Okay, tomorrow, if we see a drop, we'll definitely see a drop. If we do see a drop, we should see a bounce over here, or at least some sort of a bounce, because the market does respect these levels. So please go on to TradingView. I do have a referral down below, and chart these levels out. Now the same thing goes with the Qs, because the Qs, we're also flagging over here and we have a support down below. But for Qs, the support is a little bit more down, like a 2% drop, which is possible. So that's actually around 3%, which is honestly not possible. But overall, we have another very nice resistance for the Qs. I want to quickly take a look at Microsoft, because I was taking a look at Microsoft and I did tweet this out. For above around 350, Microsoft looks great. The whole market does, because again, the whole market is kind of in at this major resistance. And if we do break this flag, it is going to be looking great. But it all depends on tomorrow's catalyst, the FOMC meeting minutes. So obviously, 2 hours before close, expect a huge movement. After that, I'll make a whole another video. Other than that, that is all really it. I want to take a quick look at Moderna first, and then I'll actually talk about oil. So let's take a look at Moderna. As you guys know, if you're in any of the servers, if you're not in any of the servers, you guys can actually get my Discord bot, link in the description. Now, as you guys know, we were in Moderna puts. So Moderna puts, we were in, and now keep in mind that we were actually also in calls, and we got stopped out for a solid 40% loss. Okay, so I lost over $257. So if you actually take a look at the daily, I tried playing calls to the upside, it rejected, and we got stopped out because it hit the support down below. Okay, now this is very important, and the reason I'm actually talking about Moderna again is because the setup that I alerted on oil today has a very similar setup. So today I alerted CVX puts, and it has a very similar setup to Moderna, and that is why I want to talk about Moderna. So overall, we went from buying calls to puts, and overall we had a very nice profitable trade. So if we actually scroll down, we made over $800, 800 minus 200, $600 of pure profit. Now, other than that, it hit our price target. We kind of paper handed it, but that was very nice. Now, let's talk about oil. Okay, let's talk about oil, because I was tweeting out oil a lot today, as well as, made several posts on all the servers that I alert for. So what I actually have is I have a separate watch list just for oil. And I want to talk about this because I used to do a lot of one-on-ones on market rotations, sector rotations, a very nice strategy, one of the easiest and most powerful strategy in my opinion. Now, XLE is kind of like the energy sector. Okay, so a lot of these oil stocks are in this sector, and we could see that it has a very nice ascending triangle. Now, this is bullish, but we closed below the support, so this is invalidated. So this is now kind of like the breaking the support, and this would be a nice support down below. So we have the support over here, which is our price target. So we're feeling very, very bearish on XLE, which is the energy sector. And next we have CVX, which is like 20% of XLE on the ETF. So a pretty big position. But overall, as you guys can see, I entered in puts today, and I alerted this on all the servers that I alert for. So this was a very, pretty cheap play. And as you guys can see, we kind of slightly closed below the support for over here. Now we just need to kind of bear flag at open, because my price target for CVX is 160 bucks. Right when it hits, 160, I'm getting out and taking in all the profits. Overall, I really love this setup because CVX has been running the past, couple weeks. And as I said, this is all oil. Inside XLE ETF, we have CVX, and then we have SU with a very, very nice rising wedge. Now, SU looks very, very nice and very, very interesting because, first of all, it has a very nice rising wedge, and then we're kind of starting to break the support. And again, all of these stocks are on support. If we take a look at the weekly, we're at a very, very nice level of resistance, so possibly seeing a form of rejection over here. Now, SE looks very, very interesting. Let's take a look at XOM. XOM also has a ascending triangle. Now, what I want to go over is that a lot of these stocks are looking bullish, okay? A lot of these stocks are looking bullish, but we have the XLE ETF close below the support as well as CVX. One thing to keep in mind is that, just like Moderna, so as you guys know, I was in calls for Moderna, okay, but then I switched over to puts because it broke to the downside. One thing to keep in mind is that we could definitely start going up tomorrow and hit that resistance, okay? So symmetrical triangle is a neutral pattern, so we can definitely get stopped out to the upside, and then we could definitely play calls to the upside, and our next price target would be this. So everything, the whole reason I'm making this video is so that you guys can be prepared for tomorrow. And overall, that is really it. Very, very simple video. I thought you guys can really understand what I'm looking at. And, again, our stop loss is if we do go above and hit the resistance, we will be switching over to calls, just like Moderna, which was a great, great play. So overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very, very simple video. And overall, see you guys tomorrow right at market open. Let's see what happens with our CVX puts. Overall, bye bye, and see you guys right at open. Make sure to leave a like because again, these videos are very, very nice. Bye.